Jill Woods here from Proud Connections, and I just wanted to talk to you today about the big spot syndrome. You know, the one where you wake up in the morning, which is what I've done this morning, and you look in the mirror and you think, oh my goodness, I've got this enormous spot on my chin. And you feel all day long like everybody's going to be staring at this spot, they're going to be talking to it, they're not going to be talking to you. You know how it feels, the big spot syndrome, okay? When in reality, it's not that big, okay? And most people probably won't even notice it. So that's what I'm talking about, big spot syndrome. And I wanted to talk to you about big spot syndrome in relation to your website. Because your website is very similar and you can have similar feelings about your website. In relation to two things in particular, what is it that you want people to do when they come to your website? Do you want them to buy something from you? Do you want them to sign up for a newsletter? Do you want them to look through your catalogue? Do you want them to pick up the phone and call you? What is it you want them to do? And the second thing is how people navigate around your website. Okay, where do they go to look for things? Have you got a search function? Do they use the menu at the top? Is there a menu down the side? Which do they click on? Where are they looking? And to you, those two things, where to search for things and what you want people to do, might be really, really obvious. And you might look at your website and think, oh my goodness, this is so blatantly obvious. I want people to pick the phone up, or I want them to fill their email address in this box, or whatever it might be. Or you might think, how come people can't find my widgets on my website? It's really obvious, because you go into this, click down, and it drops down, and then you go into that one, and you go into that one. And it's not that obvious to people who are using your website, both what you want them to do or how they find stuff on your website. So in relation to the big spot syndrome in your website, there's three things I would say to you. Test, test, and test. Okay? And get other people to test your website. Not your mum, not your best friend, not your husband, not your wife. Okay? People who will be really, really cruel to be kind is what you're looking for. Okay, you don't want your mum who's going to tell you what she thinks she wants you to hear. You want somebody genuinely who's going to look at your website and go, well, I haven't got a clue, how am I going to find your widget? There isn't a button that says my widgets are here, or whatever it might be. You need somebody who's going to be really honest with you. Okay, so search out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 if you can, of your potential customers, and say to them, come along or go online, can you have a browse through my website, give me some feedback, and use that information to tweak, change, reword things, move things around, and make those two things really obvious. Okay, what is it you wanting people to do when they come to your website, and how do they find stuff? How do they navigate around your website to get to the core stuff that they're going to be looking for? Okay, so go away, think about the big spot syndrome, have a look at your website, and be honest with yourself. Is it really that obvious, or are people not going to see it? Okay. I hope that's given you a little bit of food for thought. If you've got any questions at all, you want to ping me a message, just use the box below the video. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Once again, this is Jill from Proud Connections, and thank you very much for your time.